back to my channel. My name is Kristen. If you are new here, I make videos about motherhood and lifestyle, and if that is your thing, definitely hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and let's get into it. All right, guys, so very exciting news. As you can see behind me, I bought a Peloton. So I'm very excited. If you do not know, a Peloton is an exercise bike, and I've been wanting one for a really long time, and I finally decided to just do it and get the bike. And so I've had it for about a month, and I want to share with you guys my experience so far, sort of a little bit of a review, what I think so far, and why I got it. And yeah, so let's get into it. These are the shoes that you wear. You have to wear like real professional like biking shoes. So these are the Peloton shoes, and they have these little clips in. And first of all, it took me like this thing right here. There's like this little like clicky thing that you clip in. It literally like took me like 15 minutes to put the shoes on and figure out how to use it and then clip in. It was kind of funny. I should have like watched a YouTube video, but I just was so excited. I was like, let's do this. And yeah, so I had a bit of a struggle my first ride, and then but what I was going to say is I did a guided scenic ride, which was like a ride through Iceland, and it was like amazing, and it was so cool. So the Peloton comes with like a big screen, as you can see up there, and it has either you can have different instructors and classes, or it can show just like I did a ride through Oahu in Hawaii, so you can see the ocean and just like the tropical flowers. It's just such a cool way of using an exercise bike. I've used them at the gym, and they were always like really like 20 years old and super loud and uncomfortable and just like not fun. And this is legitimately like fun. So that has been really cool. But yeah, another funny thing for my first ride, I did a big thing is that like little red dot, like knob right there. I didn't really know what that was. I thought it was just kind of like decoration, but that's how you adjust the resistance on the ride. So I pretty much did about like 20 to 30 minutes like of my first ride, which is like was the whole ride at a 65 resistance, which is like really high. And I don't know why, like when he would say to adjust it, I thought it automatically adjusted. It does not. You have to kind of like turn the dial. But in my head, I was like, oh, like I thought it was adjusting. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I was just really excited for the bike. But anyway, that my first ride was interesting. It was still super fun, but it took me about like 1 or 2 rides to kind of really figure out the bike, figure out the lingo. There's a lot of like Peloton lingo and just I think cycling lingo in general. There's like efforts and pushes and climbs and like out of the saddle and all these different like out of the saddle is like when you stand up on the bike and you're like biking, and so there's all these different like lingo and terms, and like I'm starting to get the lingo, and I think it took me about probably like a week or 2 to figure out like what was going on, what they were talking about. But yeah, so essentially I have had a really amazing experience so far. So the way the Peloton works is you buy the Peloton, and this is the price. And then there's 2 different versions. I got sort of just like the regular bike, not like the premium one. And then you pay like a monthly subscription. So it's sort of like kind of like a Netflix thing, but it's a little bit more expensive. It's like $30 a month or $40 a month. So for me, I felt like it was worth it. I was like, it's very similar to getting a gym membership, except I can just do it in our spare bedroom, and I can do it in my pajamas while Mac's sleeping. it's super quiet. There's just so many things about it that really just fit my specific needs as a mom and a stay-at-home mom, and just like my life right now. It kind of just fits so perfectly into our routine. And yeah, so I'm just so pumped that we decided to go for it. And I got my husband actually a pair of shoes for Christmas. So he started using the Peloton too, and he loves it too. So that was really cool. So now we can like speak Peloton to each other. I'm like, oh yeah, so blah 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 blah, blah. And he's like, da, da. So that's been really fun. But yeah, so I feel like the only thing is that you're not going to want to do, like if you have a little one at home, is use it when they're around, because if you can see behind me, the front wheel is like exposed, so like they could like get hurt. So I never use it like when Mac's like around me or in the room. So it would only be like if Mac was napping or in the morning. Like today I woke up and worked out, showered before Mac even woke up in his crib. So stuff like that, it's really perfect. Or I do it during the day when he's napping. So, or if someone's like, or if my husband is watching him or something like that. So yeah. One thing that was awesome was when they delivered it arrived. I could like schedule when it was delivered, which was so cool. Like right away, I felt like the customer service of Peloton was like awesome. They were giving me updates, like sending me emails. I could choose what time and what day and what time I wanted them to deliver it. And it came within like a week. Like the window was like just a few days after I ordered it that I could choose. So that was super cool. I chose like a week later. I could have chosen like 2 days later. And yeah, the guys that came, they like brought the bike in, they set it all up. They gave me a tutorial and showed me how to use the shoes kind of, and then showed me how to use the screen. They set up my whole profile, and they were so nice and so awesome. So that was super cool. And it's been really very user-friendly, easy. It took me like a little bit to kind of get used to it, but I mean, in general, it's been pretty like a quick turnaround of like figuring out how to use the bike and the screen. And yeah, so one big thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to prioritize myself in 2022. So kind of more just like giving myself the permission to take time to work out and take time to shower and get ready and put makeup on or do things that make me feel good. I think sometimes when you're a mom and you're a new mom, that those things kind of quickly get pushed aside because you have so many more like things going on and important things to deal with. But I feel like right now, this point in my motherhood journey, I have one son and he is about 15 months old. So I feel like we're kind of in a space where I'm like, I myself am ready to start really working out and getting back in shape for myself and feeling good about where I want to be. And yeah, I think if you're feeling that way too, don't put pressure on yourself, because sometimes I feel like there was like maybe like a few months ago, I was like, I feel like I need to like start working out and all this stuff, but I think I wasn't really ready. I feel like it's really hard because when you're a new mom, sometimes like the thing that you need the most is to sleep. And so that time where you could work out or you could wake up early and work out is just like not even an option. That's something where it's more like it's so necessary for you to sleep that it kind of like takes over, like it goes over priority of working out. So I think that we're finally at a place where I'm like, okay, myself, I'm ready to do this. And so I was ready to kind of like go for it. But yeah, so far it's been super fun, and which is really cool is they have all these different instructors. So the instructor that I've been super into, his name is Ben Adlis, and he's like British, and he's like really like just like really like him. And so they have all these different rides, different lengths. They're like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Some are like 10 minutes. They have different classes. And you do like different music. So the other day I did like a 30-minute like 80s ride. I did like a rock ride, a pop ride, even like specifically like 90s pop ride. Like they have different like genres of different things. It's so fun. And then they have different instructors. So I like Ben Adlis, but I also like, there's like the famous, he was on Dancing with the Stars, Cody Rigsby. He is super fun too. His classes, I've done a few of those. But yeah, it's just been fun, like clicking around and trying different classes. It's not like I'm like, oh, I guess I'll do this one again. Like it's never like that. So that's been really fun. So yeah, I feel like I've just scratched the surface of using my bike and what it's going to be like. But I feel so far, a month into it, I've been really enjoying it. It's been so fun. Even though it was like expensive to sort of get started and purchase, totally worth it so far, and I've really enjoyed it. And I like sweat. Like it is like a workout for sure. I'm like drenched in sweat after, which is what I wanted. So if you are looking for something like that, totally go for it. And which is really cool, it's very customizable. So the resistance, they give you kind of like a recommendation of where to put the resistance throughout. It changes throughout the rides, but you can make it whatever you want because you're alone in your house. And they say that too. They're like, but obviously like make it whatever you want it to be. So you can make it less, which is what I've been doing as I'm getting like started, or make it more, you know what I mean? So it's really cool. And I feel like all the instructors that I've taken their classes so far have been like super supportive and positive and just like, I don't know, like at one ride I was like getting like teary, like the stuff they were like saying. It's just been like a super cool experience. So I feel like if you are looking for something like that, or you've been sort of like on the edge of like, I don't know, should I do it? For me, it's worked out really well in our situation. And if you have questions or anything and you're like not sure, you're thinking about it, leave me a comment down below and I can let you know anything that I can see if I can answer your questions about it just based off our experience and my experience. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I wanted to check in a few months too. I was thinking of just doing another video of letting you know how it's going, and yeah. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing new year. And let me know in the comments down below if you have any New Year's resolutions. Are you looking to get healthy? Whether that means physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever you are looking for, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Alright.